6 Lessons from the Happiest Man on Earth by Eddie Jaku. Number 1. There are many things more precious than money. It is easy to be enslaved by the mindset that money is the most imperative treasure in society. Money is always transient, just like most things in life. It comes and goes, but how much are you willing to pay for the fleeting pleasure? The consequences of a money mentality are much more damaging than the value of money itself. Are you willing to put your mental, emotional, and physical well-being on the line? There are things more precious than money. Here are a few: experiences, genuine connections, a feeling of purpose, and genuine concern for helping others. Eddie says, there are many things in this world that no amount of money will buy you, and some things are priceless beyond measure. Number 2. Weakness can be turned into hatred. Weak people lack the ability to maintain any level of emotional intelligence. People who lack emotional intelligence and a strong sense of self are easily influenced to hate. Their values and convictions are not based on strong foundations. Rather, they are proponents of radical causes. Hatred is a disease that consumes the human mind to the point of no return, causing significant harm to oneself and others. If enough people had stood up, then come on Crystal knocked and said, "Enough, what are you doing? What is wrong with you?" Then the course of history would have been different. But they did not. They were scared, they were weak, and their weakness allowed them to be manipulated into hatred. Eddie Jaku. Number 3. Tomorrow will come if you survive. One step at a time. The majority of people give up because they feel the suffering will never end. They relinquish control because their vision is clouded by minor inconveniences rather than the bigger picture. The closer you get to something, the blurrier it gets, as the saying goes. Be well-rounded, logical, and foresighted. Nothing on it has the word forever written on it. Number 4. You can find kindness everywhere, even from strangers. If you take a step out of your own world for even a moment, you will notice that you are not alone. The most serious problem is that we cannot talk freely about ourselves, our lives, and our issues. You are not alone in the universe. There are people who would happily assist you if you were willing to be vulnerable. Number 5. One good friend. The greatest thing you will ever do is be loved by another person. Repeat this sentence until you realize that love and friendship are the best medicine. I cannot emphasize this enough, especially to young people. Without friendship, a human being is lost. A friend is someone who reminds you to feel alive. Education is a lifesaver. Number 6. Education is a lifesaver. I do not mean formal education when I use the word education. Yes, formal education is fantastic and brings great opportunities, but life education is much more critical. Understanding the laws of human nature, being mindful of worldviews, and knowing how to connect so that your voice is heard are all examples of life education. To be self-sufficient and not depend on others for a good life. You may not be able to change the world because it is beyond your power, but you can change yourself. Change is possible despite what you can believe, but it requires discipline.